bought my dream Harley-Davidson V-Rod and only kept it for 4 months. Right, so back 2017, I was in a bit of a quandary. I had this absolutely beautiful Moto Guzzi V11 Sport Italian V-twin pushrod air-cooled. It was fantastic to ride, but the problem with it is that my arthritic wrists were starting to get a bit of a pain. Just riding it round, it was just a lot of pressure, the hunched over riding position, clip-ons and all that. So I figured, okay, it's time for an upgrade. I've got to say goodbye to this bike I've had for 12 years and get something a bit more sensible. So I want to keep with the V-twin and Italian if possible. So I found this really cool Aprilia Capanord, which is a V-twin made by Aprilia, of course. It's an adventure bike, 25 litre tank, full fairing and all that, heated grips. It was in a dark blue, so took it for a ride and yeah, I liked it. It was nice, it was sensible, it had luggage and all that, and I thought I could sort of really burn a few Ks on this thing. And had that for 18 months or so, but I never got the vibe with it. It's just something about it just sort of lacked that character. It's one of those bikes that when I put it in the garage after a ride, I just leave it, you know. That didn't have that Moto Guzzi feel where I pack up, I go inside and then turn around and then just have another gaze at it, you know, just that mesmerised by the bike. And I had that with the Moto Guzzi, and the Capanord just didn't do that for me. It was just, no, I needed something else. So looking around, I had three options. So I had a Harley-Davidson XR 1200, which I really liked, a Moto Guzzi Grisso 1200, ridden one of those before, not bad. I was a bit concerned about the reliability, and a Harley-Davidson V-Rod. Now I always liked the V-Rods, just something about them. Anyway, I spotted this really nice yellow V-Rod. It's actually a street rod, a VRSCR, which is V-twin, so it's V-twin road street custom, I think it is. So I thought, I'm going to go and take this thing for a burn. It was really cool, 2006 model, bright yellow. I just love the look of it. It's just something I wouldn't ordinarily buy, but I was thinking V-Rod, it was actually quite a good price. This one was originally from Japan, it was Japanese import. So I thought, alright, I'm going to take this for a ride. So went over there and asked a nice shop person there. Yep, took it for a ride for half an hour or so. First impressions, it's long, it's heavy, and it's smooth. Riding position wasn't too bad. Yeah, I liked it. I was thinking, could I see myself on the bike? Yeah, I could. So I thought, right, let's go back and see what sort of offer I could make. So I got $500 off it, and then I spent that extra $500 getting myself a Bell Qualified DLX helmet. Now this is the one with the photochromic visor, which basically goes dark in the daytime, light in the nighttime. It was colour matched, but it was an awful helmet. It was so noisy, but it looked good with the V-Rod. I think I've got a picture right there with it. So anyway, so on to the V-Rod. Now, as you'd expect, I got bashed by my friends. They gave me heaps, Harley riders and all that. I've got some really cool notes here which I'll share. So I said to them, hello Harley bashers, I bought my very first official Harley-Davidson t-shirt and key rings today. I'm now a member of the Harley-Davidson Merchandise Owners Club. Right, here goes. You're wearing the wheel bearings as jewellery. You buy the bike, then 2 weeks later the attitude arrives in the mail. You need these chaps. Chaps. Ooh. Don't they come free with the bike? I admire you for having the guts to post all this on social media. Good on you, Chris. Oh dear. Long time since I tried to wind up a Harley. Where's the goodbye button? Ooh. Can't wait to see you pushing that bike all the way to the rally, mate. You need to grow a beard and a gut now. Well, this was 6 years ago. You're a legend. Brilliant. Woo. Harley-Davidson Harley Official Merchandise Owner Association. Good on you, mate. Social media is a great way to come out these days. Danger, danger! Harley-Davidson cultural invasion approaching. Do you realise crap's going to fly when you go for a ride? Oh dear, haha, leather chaps and bandana, wild hogs. I see the dark side has taken you. Right, back to the Harley. Okay, so this model here was a VRSCR that made 2006-2007 as the sporting model of the V-Rod. I say sporting, but still long, heavy bike, 300 kilos. So essentially they were 38 degree fork, raked back to 32 degrees, 40 degree cornering angle, and I can attest to that, they do corner not too bad. 19 litre tank instead of 12 litres I think it is, and what else was there? A little bit more horses, about another 10 horses from the original one before they had to bump up to 1250. These were 1130 cc's. So what do I think of it? Yeah, like I said, the riding position was good. It had the pegs mid instead of forward like most V-Rods have got. Bright yellow and silver paintwork. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. Just love the silver and yellow. If that's one thing Harleys do well, it's paint schemes. They do that really good. 5-speed gearbox, really needed a 6-speed. I found that riding along had lots of punch, but it always sort of felt like just finding, now where the hell's that 6-speed got? Just because it just had so much mid-range. I don't know, I mean, it's Harley-Davidson thing, I think. 19-inch front wheel and 18-inch rear wheel, really oddball sizes. I looked into getting sportier tyres, very hard to find tyres of that size. Dunlop tyres, which they come out with standard, I think. Not that grippy, I did get it sideways a few times. Brembo brakes, suspension, yeah, I think it's white power front forks upside downers. But yeah, the spec was pretty good. It braked not too bad. I mean, it was a hefty bike. A few quirks. What didn't I think was that great? Oh, that lift-off seat where it pivoted over to the left and it had the fuel tank cap underneath the seat. Every time I unscrewed it and sort of put the fuel lever over it, it'd be a big splash of fuel would go through under the seat, and it's just like, oh man. So it sort of took a little bit of a technique to sort of wind the nozzle down to sort of stop the fuel going in. What else? The rear seat, it's a little wee pad thing. Well, waste of time really, but I did have a nice young lady on the back of it. It was not my wife. That's right, she knows about it. Said it wasn't too bad. I just had to watch the aggressive throttle. Didn't want to launch my pillion off the back. Bars were good. Nice, good leverage and all that. But I had those dangly indicators which look really cheap, and why they just couldn't put them on a stalk, I don't know. Mirrors were pretty hopeless, which, I don't know, it's most bikes these days. Left and right indicators, I really couldn't get used to that thing. But that's just me, I'm used to the Japanese-Italian way of just on the left. And had that weird key thing. Here's key here. For some reason, I found it the other day. You can sort of plug it in, turn it on, and then take the key out, and the bike's on, which defies logic. I don't know why Harley-Davidson did that, but it must be a reason. I guess it stopped the dangling keys and all that. Ching, 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 ching. And there's side stands. Oh, I think a lot of the Harley-Davidsons have got them where you lean the bike over, it sort of clips and locks the side stand to stop it coming up. But then when you let go of it, the bike lurches forward and the side stand sort of stretches a wee bit. Sort of feels like it's going to break, but it doesn't. But oh, I really didn't like it. But you know, it's just me. It worked. The side stand never broke, but that's okay. So all in all, it wasn't a bad bike. If you're going to ride it aggressively, the brakes were good. You had to line up for a corner and peel it in, nice and smooth. Long bike, none of this bash and power. No, it got all upset. The suspension would get a little bit overwhelmed with the weight and all that, but found if you rode it smoothly and all that, it wasn't too bad. Bit like a Motor Guzzi really. But yeah, all in all, it wasn't a bad bike. The only thing with it is that the pegs being quite far back. I think the V-Rods were designed for feet forward, and I found my legs got quite cramped with it, just with that mid position, because seat height's quite low, and I guess bringing the pegs back sort of brought my feet right up, and with a bit of a bung knee, it sort of didn't really help. There's a picture here of the riding position. So my kids called it the Bumblebee, just with the profile and the yellow and all that. I put 2 pictures up there of why. Right, so why did I sell it? Well, two things. Well, first thing is, when I'd be riding home, occasionally I get these weird vehicles sort of coming up behind me and following me, and I sort of thought, okay, what's going on here? Look over my shoulder, then they sort of back off. So I thought, right, before I go home, I'm going to do a couple of laps around the block and see what happens. So I'd do that, and this car would follow me, or sometimes it was a van. It happened a few times to me, and I put two and two together, and I thought, well, okay, Harley-Davidson, you know, V-Rod. By that stage, the bikie gangs and all that were really getting into them, and it made me nervous, especially figuring out they knew where I lived. So I thought, okay, I was very careful when I rode it around and when I parked it up. The other thing too is, I don't know, there's just, maybe I wasn't ready for a Harley-Davidson, maybe it just wasn't me yet, which is a bit of a shame, because when you rode it, you felt really good, you felt really cool. You pull up to a service station, bright yellow Harley-Davidson, people would come up to you and just go, wow, did you have that custom painted? And I said, no, it's called Canary Yellow, it's from the Harley-Davidson factory. They go, wow, that's cool, yeah. No, and it had that cool factor, but yeah, I don't know, it was just, it's like you bought this really cool motor, nice and grunty, super smooth, should have had 6-speed gearbox, but it felt like the rest of the bike was just sort of thrown in for nothing. The welds were pretty dodgy, had budget suspension, had the quirky things like the key and the side stand and all that. I don't know, it just always felt like it was a little bit unfinished, as opposed to, say, a Moto Guzzi or a Ducati or even a Aprilia. Aprilia's all well built. So, yeah, I don't know. I sort of made the decision. I thought, after 4 months, I thought, I don't think this is really me. Which in hindsight was just like, I should have kept it. I mean, they're rare as anything now. So I decided to sell it. So I put it up on Trade Me, which is a New Zealand Facebook thing, and put it on there, put a fair price on it, and I got flooded with calls. I got some stupid offers from dodgy people with dodgy names. Do you want to swap for a Ford F350 Ute pickup from 1976 plus cash my way? Oh, nah. I've got this really cool 250, bro. Yeah, no, yeah. No, it's okay. So I was being very, very careful who I sold it to. Anyway, so I got talking to this guy, and he said, "I'm going to give you a call, bro." Yeah, okay. So got chatting to him, and he said, yeah, price is good. I'm going to come down from Auckland. I'm going to bring a van. I thought, okay, that's cool. Yep. So give me your address, and we'll meet you at your place. My place? Okay, what time are you thinking? 3 a.m? No, it's alright. So I was thinking, alarm bells went off. I don't want some person coming from all the way from Auckland to figure out where I live. So I thought, right, okay, let's meet at a ferry terminal in the middle of town, 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, all good. So anyway, 10 o'clock in the morning, grab my friend along with his van, and I just said, look, come along just to make sure that this is all legit and I'm not going to get kidnapped or the bike's going to get stolen. So, gunpoint, that sort of thing. Yeah, all good. So 10:30 at the ferry terminal, this rental white van comes in, and so there's 3 guys in there, quite burly dudes, and I was thinking, alarm bells went off. I thought, okay, no, benefit of the doubt. So they see the bike, they come over, they pull in there. So there's my mate's van there, there's his one there, and there's me in the middle with the bike. So I sort of closed in and thought, okay, this is different. So anyway, greetings and all that. The driver comes over, introduces himself. Yep, same guy. So anyway, we talk about the transaction. So anyway, so I watched around. The back of the van flew up. The guy goes around the back and just sits there looking around. Okay, so left sliding door opens. Guy's there in the back, and the driver's around the front of the van watching and all that. So anyway, big duffel bag opens. Big, huge wad of cash. And I looked at my friend and I thought, what do you think? Okay. Anyway, so here's the crux. So, starts dealing out $12,000 in $20, $50 and $100 bills. Where do you think that money come from? not up to me to ascertain. So start counting out this money. He's passing it over, he's counting it, gives it to me, I count it, give it to my friend, he counts it, and we put it straight into a bag in there. And this transaction goes on for about 15 minutes. Look at the guy at the back, he's looking around. I'm thinking, this just as dodgy as hell. I mean, what am I getting on the hands with these dollar bills? But hey, money's money. I mean, occasionally when I look up, I sort of check it out. Yeah, it's watermark. Okay, this money's not monopoly money. That's okay. So anyway, $12,000 later. Yep, all good. Transaction's good. So, who am I going to register the bike? Whose name? Oh, they all looked at each other. I thought, oh God, here we go. So, it says, oh yeah, my brother's, he's got a motorcycle license, put it his name. And I thought, okay, all right, what the hell? So, do an online transaction all that with my phone, swap it all over, looks like it's legit and all that. And they want to load the bike into the back of the van. They've got some sort of crappy bloody ramp thing. And of course, three of them look at each other and said, oh, hey bro, do you know how to tie down a bike? And I looked at my friend and thought, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, you got tie downs? Yep, got tie downs. So said to him, right, this bike is 300 kilos. You're going to put it in the back of a high-ace rental van. It's going to take all 5 of us to push this bloody thing in. So sure enough, we all get in the back of this van, just barely fits, and they'll look to each other. I said, you guys do know how to tie down a Harley, don't you? Or any bike. Oh, could you give us a hand? I thought, okay, these guys aren't motorcyclists. Yeah. Anyway, so my mate and I, we tie it all down nice and tight and all that. And then all's well. And bid them farewell. They drove off, went back on the ferry, and off they went back to Auckland, I guess Auckland, I don't know. So, doesn't stop there. The next day, I have this huge dollop of cash in a duffel bag, don't I? What the hell am I going to do with it? I'm going to take it to the bank straight away. So, leave work early in the morning at 9 o'clock, the bank's open, walk across through town, duffel bag with $12,000 in cash over my shoulder. Nerve-wracking as hell. Go into the bank, show the person, got a bunch of cash. Oh, you have to go into the manager's office. Half an hour in there, they'd gone through, called a few people. I just said, look, it's not money laundering, I've bought this bike, here's all the paperwork. And finally they said, yep, okay, so in goes the money. And yeah, got this 12k sitting in my bank account and no Harley-Davidson. So on reflection, should I have sold it or should I not? Maybe it was just, I was just too young for it. When I say young, 6 years ago. I really did like it. There was just something about it. And on reflection, they're so rare now and they've just doubled in price. You just don't see them anymore. People hang on to them. If I did come into some money, yeah, I'd definitely buy another one. I'd look for another yellow one. I would go against my saying of do not buy the same bike twice. You'll always be disappointed with one. I liked it. All in all, the V-Rod or Street Rod VRSCRs weren't a bad bike. They were Harley's attempt at getting a sporty-ish V-Rod. They're ahead of their time. Water-cooled 60-degree V-twin. I mean, they've come out with the Revolution X, I think they call it now, with the Pan American and all that. They finally realised that water cooling's the way to go. The problem is the V-Rod was never really well received when it came out. I mean, Porsche designed engine, Porsche assisted design engine. You know, the brothers didn't really like it and all that, and the Japanese, Italian riding guys, they went into it too. Something about the V-Rod, it's a sum of parts. Yeah, sure, it's got a lot of flaws, but it's a riding experience. It was nice. So yeah, there you go. That's my story with the V-Rod Street Rod VRSCR. Thanks for watching.